into my house, Jack.
Did you watch that shit?
I've watched pieces of it. I watched like an hour of it.
I'm
already terrified.
I'm like 3/4 into that shit, and it's like I already knew a lot of the shit he said because I've read a lot of things about him. I haven't read his book yet. I've been wanting to, but like I watched that shit, and I was like, all the little details he gave that connected the dots. I was legit like, motherfucker. Like the government's doing some super. We knew the government's doing some shitty ass shit, but
it makes sense too, though, the way he was putting it, like the reasoning he was giving behind them doing what they were doing. It was like, oh shit, that not that it's right, but it makes sense,
right, dude. But can you imagine being that guy? Like you're in another country's soil, just because you literally can't go anywhere else.
Let me tell you something. That motherfucker's got some balls on him. Jack. Daddy Fred wouldn't have blown no whistles. All them motherfuckers he's talking about that was getting that coin and keeping quiet. I'm not here to bullshit you. I would have been on the train with them. I'd have been getting that money. What's the homeboy's name that was getting jerked by the Asian broads? Robert Kraft.
Kraft.
You understand me? Me and Robert would have been in there getting our little balls rubbed by some Asian broad. Fuck it.
Hey man, no, fuck that. Like, if I was Snowden, they were like, hey man, we need you to tap so and so's phone. Sure, who else? Give me a list. I'll take care of that shit in 5 minutes. I am blowing the whistle on none of that shit.
Listen,
hell no.
When they tell me that they're gonna have to send me to Russia, I'm telling y'all, I'm out.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't putting Daddy Fred up in Russia. Fuck that.
Right. Oh, here we go. MMA God says just finished Snowden on Jerry. So good. Yeah.
Yeah, dog. I haven't finished it. We haven't finished it yet, but we on it.
Citizen 4 and Snowden. Yeah. How long is it? It's like over 2.5 hours.
I think it's like 2.5, 2:45, close to 3 hours.
It's legit one of those you it's like a two-parter for me anyway. Like I got to about 3/4.
It'll be 3 or 4 parts for me. I smoke too much. I always gotta go back on them heavy ones, Jack. The Tyson Neil deGrasse. I'll watch this 3-4 times before I like really fully digest. It's like a good musical album, like you know what I mean. Like there's a lot to digest in those podcasts. Also, Richard Dawkins did it too.
I heard about that.
I don't know how many atheists are out there, but I really like that dude. And he was only on there for an hour, but that was good too. Okay, enough with the fucking Joe Rogan dick sucking. Right. Let's get to some motherfucking face punching, some goddamn inhalers. You understand? Some murders. And where the fuck is he fighting Volkov now?
Moscow. He gonna go
murders in Moscow. What the goddamn it? Let's talk about it. You understand? Where do we want to start? That's the question.
All right, well, first of all, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Keyboard Warriors. We are the Keyboard Warriors. My name is Eddie Law. It's Fred Kirby. Jesse, we haven't heard from. I'm not sure what the fuck's going on, but I'm sure he's all right. He's just probably
trying to find a Wi-Fi spot.
Yeah, he's like probably trying to get himself some coffee and shit. But
listen, he's a fucking Mexican. He's probably working.
Oh, he's for sure working. It just depends on where we're at.
That's not even a question.
No, that's the truth. Yeah. Anyway, all right. Well, this last weekend, UFC Boston, we saw a bunch of crazy shit. Oh, hold up. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, I forgot about that. Dude, Roy Jones Jr. lives in Russia. Isn't he a Russian citizen just so he could fight?
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a good reason why Roy's in Russia and not in Atlanta. You know
that's for sure.
Because they actually let his funny old ass fight up there. Oh, to be fair, and this is in the combat sports realm. We'll start off with this, the complete side note while we're waiting on Jesus or whatever. Did you see the smoke that is now going on between Bernard Hopkins and Roy Jones Jr.? Apparently, they're trying to get the trilogy going. Bernard sent a shot out, and Big Roy fashion responded and said, "Don't be fucking. I'll be your Huckleberry. You understand me? I'll box you." Listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. Don't you fucking make that face with me. If we are willing to watch Artem Lobov and Jason Hillbilly Knight punch each other with bare knuckles, God damn it, we can watch Bernard Hopkins and Roy Jones Jr. get down at 75 years old.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. But wasn't it Roy Jones Jr. that got knocked out of the ring head first into the ground? Or was that Bernard?
That was Bernard.
Neither
here nor there. Also, but to be fair, he was fighting a young Russian lion.
Oh, super young.
This will be a lot more of a competitive fight. And to be fair, it probably won't be that great. But I mean, look, we've seen. I put it on Twitter when I first heard that. As MMA fans, we've watched a lot worse. So don't you go getting on your fucking high horse, MMA fans.
Yeah, dude, y'all can chill with that shit. But we'll talk about some other shit. People calling for Weidman to retire and everything. But no, let's talk about the inhaler, man, because that's a huge thing. And Frederick already hit this on this. He goes, I retract my previous opinion on Hardy inhaler. I mean, it was fucking approved by the commission. So how the fuck is it his fault then? Should be a no contest at this point. It is a no contest.
He didn't take no contest. Okay, so there's a few things to break down here, right?
Right.
First off, let's start with this. we all hate Greg Hardy because he be hitting bitches.
Right.
So much. Like, now that's important because when you naturally hate somebody and then they do something controversial, your initial opinion is to pile on the cocksucker because we already don't like you like that. Now, don't everybody get your fucking panties wet. I ain't no Greg fucking Hardy sympathizer. I don't like that dude. I think he's a piece of shit too. But to Frederick's point, we gotta motherfucking address it properly. What the fuck?
Right.
That being said, it feels like somebody dropped the ball here. The commission said it was okay. I don't understand that. Now, I do get the point that, like, if they said it's okay, then it's okay. But we know it's not okay. You feel me? It's like the substitute teacher is here, and we know good and well we ain't supposed to be allowed to drink pop in the class, but we know this motherfucker a dummy, so we like, yo, substitute, can we crack this Sprite? And the substitute, being a fucking moron, goes, well, sure, I don't see much of a problem with that.
Yeah.
And when the principal comes in the room, he goes, what in the fuck is everybody drinking Sprites for? And we go, well, he said it was okay.
Right.
Okay. He is in control of this classroom, and that's a good point, but he's still fucking wrong. So we have ourselves a little conundrum here. What the fuck? And in one way or another, it still kind of low-key falls on Greg Hardy or his cornerman. At the end of the day, I guess for all of me, like, even if they said it was okay, motherfucker, y'all know it ain't okay. Y'all can't be fucking using inhale. If that was the case, we'd all have inhalers, motherfucker.
Like yeah.
Everybody can't breathe up in that bitch. You know how motherfucking much Conor McGregor could benefit from an inhaler in a fight? Boy, if he'd have got a little shot at the inhaler, he might not have lost that goddamn. Well, okay, he'd have lost Khabib. That first Nate fight.
Right. Lauder says it was not approved for use in competition that is literally against the unified rules. 100%. Look, it was not approved to be in the cage. The problem is, and I'm not blaming like Greg Hardy on this. I'm not even blaming Dean Thomas, who knows better. Dean Thomas just finessed it a little bit, right? He was like, hey, man, can we use this inhaler? You know, and the commissioner guy was just like, well, you saw it approved. You saw it approved it. Fuck it, use it. That dude's at fault. Bottom line to me, that dude's at fault. Dean Thomas is number 2, but he was just being slick. I don't think he was actually trying to I think he knew, or he thought he was gonna get a no. And he's like, oh, you said yes? Dude, take this shit quick. Take this shit. You know what I mean?
Okay, so quick question for everybody in the comment section, especially Laura. I know she's very adamant about not liking Greg Hart. What do we feel like the proper punishment should be? Like, just all bullshit aside here, what should be done about this? The fight was turned into a no contest. Mm-hmm. Are we all content with that, and we just don't like this cocksucker, or do we feel like something more should be done? For me, I'm cool with it being a no contest. Do I think the fucking snaky prick tried to cheat a little bit? Yeah, I do. And does it give me even more of a reason to dislike him? Yeah, it does. And you know what? Does it make me even more excited for the fact that he's got to fight that goddamn Russian bear in Russia? My goddamn dick's hard right now. You understand me? Like, this all coincides for me. It builds up into a good thing. You know what I mean?
I'll put it this way. All right, folks. Like, are we super, pissed? Or are we like glad he took the, they got no contest and he got in trouble and now he looks like a fucking moron because it's Greg Hardy? Because think of it this way: if Michelle Watterson takes the hit from an inhaler in the corner, I don't think it's this kind of reaction. I think it's more like, oh, she made a mistake. It was just a mistake. And I love Michelle Watterson. I'm just giving you the example from the most unlikable motherfucker, or at least one of them in MMA as a whole, to one of the most, if not the most likable fighter ever.
Or like DJ or some shit like that.
Somebody, right? But I mean, someone like super like likable and innocent. Because if DJ does it, he fucking knows. But I mean, like her, like, she knows the rules. Her corners knows the rules. But if she takes a shot at the inhaler, you're probably like, oh, come on, man, it's Michelle Watterson. It was a mistake. She would never do that on purpose.
It's the boy that cried wolf, right? Like, you've already been wrong, and you've landed some illegal blows. Like, it's always some bullshit with you, dude. And now it's the inhaler. Like, it's always you that's doing some weird shit. So this time it is kind of like, sorry, buddy. Like, like he's trying to get it over the no contest overturned. Sorry, bro. No, it's definitely a no contest. We ain't allowed to do that. So
right. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Worst cases. I mean, he can take the L. So
beyond that, before we get off of this, because I don't want to spend the whole time talking about fucking stupid and Hellergate, but I would also like to actually talk about the fight itself a little bit. Because first off, that stupid and Heller, I don't think really made too much of a difference one way or the other. To keep it a fucking bean here, I don't think he did that in Heller and like was some fucking crazy shot. He didn't come out and do nothing with it. You understand me? He didn't come out and finish the fight. He didn't do shit with it. So for all of me, that's what was more worrisome. Fuck that in Heller. His performance in that fight makes me think Volkov is going to fucking murder him. Bro, if that guy fights Volkov, like, yo, Derek Lewis got lucky. Let's keep it a bean. Volkov was beating the shit out of Derek Lewis, and he threw a Hail Mary literally with fucking 7 seconds on the clock and knocked him out. Let me tell you something. Greg Hardy ain't going to do that. He ain't that good. He ain't that experienced. Greg Hardy, but let me tell y'all, Jack, everybody that don't like Greg Hardy, everybody that's salty about all this shit, tune the fuck into his next fight. Because that boy about to get his comeuppance. Look, it's MMA, right? Anything's possible.
Right.
The fucking MMA gods could shine on his ass and he might land a lucky punch. I've seen weirder things. But short of that, he's flying to Russia to get that ass whooped. And Volkov has an interesting style of beating ass. Like, he ain't going to Francis Ngannou him. He's going to beat him up. You know what I mean? He's not going to land shots hard enough to sleep him, but just hard enough to fuck his face up. Like, Greg Hardy is about to take the first real ass whooping of his life. So if you dislike him, you should be excited for this whole chain of events that just happened. I know I'm skipping ahead of some shit too, and I'm getting the fact that he's scheduled to fight Volkov now in Moscow, but I think the things are correlated, and I for one am excited as fuck for that booking.
Look, I was pretty pumped. I was surprised he's the one that stepped up. I mean, coming off this whole fight going down the way it did, it's honestly not a bad idea, especially if he's able to like land one on him, right? But as far as the fight itself goes, and I talked about this on the Monday Night Hangout, it was like all I could think of was, is this guy trying to have a game plan? Because he normally doesn't look like he has a game plan. Usually his game plan is go in there, take the fucker's head off, and catch a check and go home. That's usually what it looks like he's trying to do. I mean, he had all the physical attributes, like, or advantages over this dude that he fought. What's his name? I was calling him, what was I calling him? Fuck, what was his name?
I don't even remember.
Exactly. Well, there you go. Exactly. Right. It's not like he was like a threat of any kind of Greg Hardy. Greg was like, he just, catching him on everything, but he wasn't trying to finish him. He did some kind of game plan and it worked out. Like, he got a decision win, and that's not what you expect out of Greg Hardy. So I was wondering if, all right, either he, isn't that good in the first place, or he's trying to follow a game plan, or whatever it was. But you're right. The Handler didn't do shit.
I think it's the first one.
Yeah.
I don't think he's that good. Listen, he's a big, strong guy that's fast and athletic. We've come to realize that heavyweight MMA lacks a little bit in the talent department, because most of those guys end up in the NBA or the NFL or what have you. So a guy that's really athletic and really fast can pick things up, get a couple big knockouts, and they're there. But once Greg Hardy, this is it. Matter of fact, for all of me, Jack, the jig is up, baby. He's reached that point. Like, once he gets to a certain level of competition, he is going to get exposed. He's not that great of a fighter. And listen, I'm a cunt. I'm not really a great person. So I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, Greg Hardy's I think he's a fucking asshole, and I think it's fucking disgusting what he did to that woman. But I'm the holy roller. So it ain't like I hate that dude or I have something personal against him. I just think stylistically, fight speaking, he don't want that smoke with Volkov, and he about to figure out what a real fighter's about. Like, he ain't fought nobody close to Volkov's level. Volkov is about to put hands and feet all the fuck over him.
Yeah. So, if you guys don't know, JDS has like a leg infection. The pictures are disgusting, like gross. All right, don't even look. But he's fucked up.
Ooh.
You guys remember one thing about Greg Hardy before we move on here? One thing I remember is he used to be an NFL player. Those NFL players are just massive athletes. You don't make the NFL by being Roy Nelson. That's not fucking happening. Brock Lesnar is an athletic freak, or was an athletic freak, and he got cut by the Vikings.
Right.
Matt Mitrione was an NFL player, and we look at him now. He's a good fighter body, heavyweight, but you could tell he was never going to be anything crazy in the NFL. Brendan Shaw, don't even get me started on that dude. You know what I mean? Just like overall, but Greg Hardy was a star defensive end for the Carolina Panthers, and I think the Dallas Cowboys for a minute. But he used to fucking wreck running backs. And I'm talking about the big running backs coming down the middle. He used to just meet them in the middle and knock them out. So translate all the athleticism, all of that training, years and years of just fast twitch muscle type of training into MMA. And you're talking about a dude that can unleash a bomb and like lightning speed and quickness, but it's just not fine-tuned. Like his body, his game's not fine-tuned for fighting yet, or his body is, I don't think.
You know, I'm just sitting here thinking, who has real dangerous BJJ at heavyweight now? Who's our new Frank Mir?
Okay, so Verdum's out.
Frank Olenek, yeah. I would like to see somebody like that fight Greg Hardy, just because it's like Greg Hardy's got one shot to win the fight. And if he fights can you imagine Frank Mir of 7-8 years ago fighting Greg Hardy, how fast he takes him to the ground and just fucking snaps one of his limbs because that's the thing. That athleticism only gets you so far. And Brock Lesnar was the perfect example. Ironically, Frank Mir beat the piss out of Frank Mir for about a minute and a half. And then when Frank got a hold of that ankle, whoopsie daisy, put a fucking end to all that athleticism real fucking quick.
That's what I'm saying. Like Frank Mir would go to the ground. He'd pull guard in an MMA fight and just try to heel hook. Now, if you guys know about heel hooking, if you heel hook in an MMA fight, your face is wide the fuck open for punches. And it's literally like part of the defense is to hammer fist your fucking face. And that dude would not give a fuck. He would snap that heel so fast.
Honestly, that's some of my favorite fights to watch.
Right.
Heavyweights who are fucking really nasty with submissions. Some of the old Frank Mir fights or the old Nogueira fights are so fun for me to watch because there's something so interesting about seeing a huge man just whip off those graceful BJJ moves. Like I used to love watching Frank fight back in the day, man. Like there's something very interesting.
Yeah.
Like I like watching Khabib fight, but there's something very different about a prime Nogueira or Verdum or Mir. Like when those motherfuckers got you on the ground, the fight was about to be over.
Oh yeah.
Like they weren't there to punch. Like they might punch you a little bit, but they were about to break some shit, and that was so exciting.
It was like it's like when who was it? Was it Overing? Overing fought Verdum. Yeah. And they were on the feet, and Verdum would fall on his butt and be like, come on. Overeem's like, no, go fuck yourself. Get up. Yeah, that's the kind of shit we're talking about. All right, real quick, I'm going to catch him in the comments here before we move on to the next topic here. I'm talking, this is Jeremiah saying that he can use it in camp, but not in the fucking cage in the fight. You're right.
Oh, shit.
Seems like everyone was in the wrong. Hardy, Dean, and the commission. The commission fucked up because bottom line was on them, but yeah, you're right. Now, for real, Connor would come out fresh. We got to use an inhaler. Yeah.
No shit, right? I mean, come on. What the fuck?
Okay, this is a weird one. The official didn't answer yes, and even if he said no, I'm convinced Greg still would have used it. Maybe. And again, I didn't know, but you know, I mean, to me, Greg Hardy just looks like an idiot right now.
Who was the official in that fight? Was it? It wasn't like Big Dan or nobody, was it?
No. It wasn't. He didn't ask the ref. He asked the commission. So whenever when the corners come in, you ever see those dudes in the fucking blazers and whatnot? So I have a friend that is actually one of my teammates here in jiu-jitsu. He works for the Arizona Boxing Commission. When the UFC comes here, he's the one that gets called in, and like every 2-3 fights on the card, he'll be out there with the stool. He'll be the commissioner representative, right? So those guys. So he asked that dude, and they were just like, I guess he must have heard like USADA approved it, and that's it. Now that's the one guy I want to hear an interview from, the dude that told him yes, because
Where's the fucking golden snitch at with this one? God damn it!
Telling you, here's a good one. ELC says somebody tweeted if he's allowed an inhaler, Weidman should be allowed a helmet. Yeah.
Y'all gonna have a man. You know what? Y'all gonna have so much enough disrespect to Chris Weidman. We gonna get to it, but I got some shit to say on that. I love this shit too because on Twitter everybody gets hype. They're a little cute. I need to talk. I need to speak. I'm a much more verbal. These Twitter fingers ain't that good.
Yeah,
but we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it.
Yeah. And then let's see. There we go. There's nothing else to be done except make sure they don't pull an inhaler again. I mean, everyone knows now. Now it's gonna be like under whatever microscope.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Don't do that shit again, motherfucker. Shit.
Right. Praying Bull Cop doesn't throw any naked leg kicks at the end of the fight and need to overhand right Lewis style. That's exactly what happened too.
I think he finishes him before that. I mean, I could be wrong. I just don't have that much faith in Greg Hardy. I know he hits hard, but
no, his skills aren't there yet. But it's like physically, like
I just don't even think he's as tough as Derek Lewis. Like, you athletic, bro, but Derek Lewis is an animal. That's why he was able to take. Like, dude, I don't know if you remember, Volkov was rocking the
Fucking
dog
him
shit. Like,
up.
bro, man, Greg Hardy ain't taking them shots. I'm telling you right now, he is getting dropped if he eats them shots on the chin like Derek Lewis did.
My boy Brando came in with a good shit. He goes, accept the no contest and pray he doesn't pull some Rocky 4. I can change you can bullshit if he wins in Moscow. I would love that. I kind of hope he does that just to see what happens. You know, something like that. I swear, if you just jinxed it and now Hardy gets a KO, I'm gonna be so mad at you.
Hardy ain't yeah, okay, fair enough. I need to shut the fuck up. I'm gonna fuck around here and get the KO because I'm telling you, I just do not see that shit happening at all.
He was fighting the Combat Wombat. I forget his name. If anyone knows his name, let me know. But I remember I kept calling him the Combat Wombat when I was talking to people on Twitter about it.
Oh yeah.
Everyone in heavyweight relies on their power for the most part, and the only division where you can get away without a ton of MMA skills. Pretty much. That's why those guys fight till their 40s and shit.
Yep.
Speaking of Roy Nelson, don't forget to shit on Mir Nelson too before you end tonight. Yeah, that's happening in Bellator. Yeah,
that's the co-headline on the Rory Lima card, right?
Which, by the way,
I think.
I want to say you're right. I'll find out right now, but I'm actually pumped for that Rory versus fucking Lima fight. That's going to be a good fight.
Yeah, that's a good fight. That's going to be a good fight. And to be fair, I'm not going to take too much of a shit on Mir Nelson, but, you know, there are certain fights. And quick side note, before I forget, because we're not talking about, but are they doing Cerrone Pettis? Did I hear that somewhere?
That's rumored right now, but I don't. Who won the first one? It's Pettis, right? Pettis won the first one?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And by the way, that Nelson Mir fight's not on the McDonald Lima card.
Oh, so it's on its own somewhere.
Right, it's its own thing. I heard that rumor.
For some reason, that's one of those fights that you think you'd hear and get really excited for, but when I heard it, it was very humdrum for me. Like, I don't know why, but I don't care to see that fight. Don't get me wrong, I'll watch it. And it'll be a great fight, but for some reason, I just don't care to see it.
Yeah. Ben Soli, you're right.
There it was. Yeah.
I prefer Combat Wombat. I mean, that's what I'm going to call him from now on.
Yeah, no, it's true. He's a Combat Wombat guy.
That's a great fucking nickname. That's one of those that you fucking know he didn't make himself. Like someone gave it to him.
Oh, for sure. Somebody picks that.
Let's see. Yeah. So, fucking, what else are we gonna talk about? Now I'm totally out of it with this Greg Hardy shit.
Fucking Yair, what the fuck? I tell you what, you motherfuckers better be lucky I didn't have a goddamn sombrero and a Mexican flag, or I would have been appropriating the fuck out of this.
He went at Jeremy, fucked him up, hurt him, and everything. And because he tried to finish him so hard, and Jeremy wouldn't go out, like Jeremy had a shot in the third round. Shit.
Yeah, that's just Jeremy being a crafty veteran, though. For all of me, I thought Yair looked great.
Oh, he looked awesome.
Jeremy Stephens is a formidable opponent, man. He's got a lot of power. And for me being a Yair fan, like, I feel like we're seeing little shit. Like, Yair's almost in some weird way getting that Connor treatment. And I don't calm down. But just in that, like, they're building him up slowly and giving him different style tests. You know what I mean? Like the Korean Zombie, which brought a very unique set of, fucking style to the table. Now he's getting fucking Jeremy Stephens, who has a very different skill set, but a very unique, dangerous one. And you're seeing him deal with all these different skill sets. And it's very promising. Like coming out of that fight, at least now I feel like if he does fight somebody with that one punch stopping power, that doesn't seem to be much of a problem. He can handle that. And that's a worry, man. You've got to be really worried about those type of characters.
For sure. No, for sure. But real quick, sorry, I just read something. I'm confirming it. But here's another one. And this is how I know this show is going to go off the fucking rails, because this is true. We got plenty to talk about, or sort of. All right, Brett Okamoto, don't fail me now. Oh, Twitter's going to fail me. All right, here's a rumor before I fucking make it official by looking at Okamoto saying that it's fucking real. Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm going to just read it straight out. Have confirmed. This is Brett Okamoto, ESPN on Twitter, so he's legit. Jose Aldo versus Marlon Moraes with UFC President Dana White. The thing is on for UFC 245. That's a bantamweight fight. Yep. Jose Aldo was not fucking around saying he's going to 135.
You've seen the pictures of him, right? Looking shredded.
Shit. But I mean, dude, like his 145 cuts were ass. Like they were just ass.
I mean, listen, I've been hearing everybody say that, and to be fair, that's probably true. But we don't know what sort of effort Jose was putting in. That motherfucker could have been in Brazil, goddamn it, eating, whatever the fuck he wanted, and maybe he didn't eat properly. Maybe he wasn't training hard enough. He looks really good. So I don't know. Like, we'll see, I guess. If he gets on the scale and he's fucking passing out and he's fainting and shit, it's one thing. If he gets up on the scale and he looks like he did in that fucking picture and shit, maybe it was just him not taking his career seriously enough.
Right.
I've always thought that Jose didn't look that big. Like, when he was in there with Volkanovski, and he's been in there with a few cats where it was like, yeah, Jose, when you was talking about going to 55, bro, I don't know about that. You don't even really look big at 45 no more. So maybe he just wasn't really taking his diet hella seriously. It's only 10 pounds, man, which I know he ain't got a lot of body weight to be losing anyways. But
Right. So, like, this is just what I get from jiu-jitsu, like weight cuts, right? Like right now I'm way overblown. I'm literally like 20 pounds over my fucking weight class. But most guys that I know don't cut that much, right? They just walk around like at the weight they're gonna fight him. Fair enough. But there's dudes that will fucking cut a ridiculous amount of weight. And the first time they do it, right? They do it fine. After that, it's like they just keep training and they kind of go, I'll make the weight somehow. And at the very end, they're like, oh shit, we're not gonna make the weight. So you get a bunch of dudes pulling out or calling the promoter for these like small jiu-jitsu like promotions, like fight to win. It's like, hey man, can we make it a catch weight? And it gets fucking messy. So yeah, I think you're right. I think he just wasn't taking it serious.
Well, I think also a lot of natural talent will do that to you. I think having a lot of natural talent, you're like, fuck it, I'll compete at 45. I'm dusting motherfuckers, like I'm doing good, I'm healthy, like blase, and maybe you need that little skid in your career to be like, okay, shit, maybe I need to really maybe I need to do everything I can possibly do to take this shit seriously.
Right. All right. So I'm 33 years old. All right. I started competing jiu-jitsu 4.5 years ago. I was 29. Yeah. So I had to do the math. I'm not tired. But I was 29. The first time I had to cut weight, I cut 25 pounds, 20 pounds.
Damn.
I literally blinked and it was gone. It wasn't that hard. Restrict your diet, run, do a bunch of cardio, and don't make sure you don't miss training, and you're fine, right?
Right.
So yeah, it was easy. 33. I'm cutting weight right now. It is slow going and it's driving me fucking insane. Okay, like it's really driving me nuts because I'm so goddamn hungry at the end of the night that there's been maybe like I've only been cutting for like 2-3 weeks, like legitimately cutting, and I'm like down 5 pounds or so. But there was one night in particular where I literally got fucking mad at myself for doing this. Dude, why the fuck am I doing this? And I've run out and grabbed a fucking I got like a sandwich or something. It was fucking delicious. And the next morning I felt it on the scale. And when you're cutting weight every fucking morning, you're checking, and it drives you fucking insane. When it's like, it's like, for example, like 220.5, right? And you go to sleep, you worked out really fucking hard that day. You go to bed at 220.5. You wake up the next morning, it's like 220.2. Like, motherfucker, what?
Let me tell you something.
I kill myself for that. You know what I mean?
I get it. If I was talented, I wouldn't do it either. But people be talking about BJ Penn. If I was BJ Penn, I'd be worse off than him. Fuck that. I ain't cutting all that weight. I'm coming in pudgy. I'm a bad motherfucker. Like, fuck. If I'm Jose Aldo, I ain't killing myself like that. I'm kicking ass at 45. Fuck y'all. Cutting weight sucks.
Right? If it wasn't for the fact that like I feel like physically overall better just walking around at 210, 205, like I wouldn't cut. I would just fight super heavy. But fuck that. Like I just feel like ass right now because of this. And real quick, and Fight for Your Right actually just posted this already, but I was about to say it right now because I got the little notice right here.
Okay.
Faber versus Peter Yan, 245.
Hold on, goddammit. Now, hold on. Settle down. Wait with all this. We're getting sidetracked. Let's get back to Yair. Jeremy Stevens. I need to give the proper praise. Let me get back in my Yair.
Okay. Do it.
Listen, I'm tell you something. For all of me, okay, so I was thinking after this fight, what do we want to see happen with Yair? Any sort of title talk is a bit premature. But I tell you what I want to see. And I'm going to do two things right now. I'm going to go on record and I'm going to talk some shit. I'm going to tell you something. I think Yair Rodriguez is the absolute best striker in 45.
Okay.
Period. On the feet, I think Yair Rodriguez is the most dangerous opponent at 45. And that includes Max Holloway. That's right, goddammit. You heard me say it. On the feet, I don't think Max really wants to dance that dance. And I know I can hear about Max Holloway kill, man. Kiss my ass. What I think. Now, the Russian gentleman's name, who I cannot pronounce for the life of me, Magnamiv Sharapov, the cute little fucking weird looking prick with the curly hair. Zabit
Yeah.
Magnamava, that one. He's fighting Calvin Kattar, right? Soon.
Yeah.
Presumably, he will win that fight.
Oh, yeah.
When that happens, I want to see Zabit versus Yair. And whoever wins that fight, I think, is most certainly the best striker at 45 and the next title challenger at featherweight.
I'm with you. No, here's my other thought. Okay, if we can't get the Zabit fight for whatever reason, injury, somehow Zabit loses somehow, which I doubt. We have Brian Ortega versus Korean Zombie coming up in December, end of December. Probably think that's the last card of the whole year. I think. If Brian Ortega wins that fight, I'm all in on Ortega Rodriguez.
Yeah, that would be a good fight. But I feel like if Brian Ortega wins that fight and he does it convincingly, I think he's gonna try to pull some slick shit. I'm in on that too, but he might try to like fast track himself back to a title shot, especially if Volkanovski beats Holloway.
Right.
Might be like, no, baby, I'm trying to. So we'll see how it all shakes out.
saying that Yair's a better striker than Max.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Listen, I think so. I just love
the reaction. Wow, Fred, that's bold over Max. They're all coming at you, dude. Zabit Brom.
Yeah,
Lincoln.
Yeah, with the beard.
Oh, here we go. Here comes Ashley. Blessed Express is very upset right now. Hold up. It's me. I'm the Blessed Express. I'm with you.
We'll see. Time will.
Yeah. We'll see. Look, man, that Volkanovski fight, I have not seen too many people pick against Holloway other than the Poirier fight. But I haven't seen that many people pick against Holloway until now. Because Volkanovski is a real motherfucker. And, everyone, like, seriously, I've seen so many people pick him over Max Holloway in their upcoming fight. It's kind of ridiculous. But
see, yeah, I don't get that, though. I mean, I think that's Max's fight to win. Like, people are saying like he's different, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't feel like he brings that many different challenges to the table that Max hasn't seen before.
Right.
We'll see.
Here we go. Volkanovski's gonna take that. Sorry, guys. I don't know. I'm picking Holloway, but I'm a fan.
I'm picking Holloway too.
Yeah. All right. And then of course the main event. Oh, real quick, Joe Lozon getting the first round knockout. What do you think about? We got to take one more thing too. But what do you think about Dana White saying he's gonna force Lozon, or him and Lozon agree that win or lose he retires? But I haven't heard any fucking any announcement from Joe.
I mean, listen, I don't know. I don't know, right? I don't know what he wants to do, but if he was going to choose a way to go out, could he have chosen a better one? I mean, his hometown getting a massive win over a credible opponent. I mean, if he was going to choose a last fight to have in the UFC, it literally doesn't get too much better than that. A big win in your hometown. I mean, I guess, look, he's not going to win the belt. So what are we doing at this point? I guess if he wants the money or whatever, but his choice.
Right. It is definitely his choice. All right, what else were we? I don't know. Look, I love Joe Lozon. I wanted him to retire before the last fight, and then, but then look, as soon as he won this one by knockout, I'm like, fuck yeah, go out, leave the gloves in the cage in Boston. You go out in Boston where they love you. Go home, and he didn't say anything. So
that doesn't mean that he's necessarily not going to retire either, though. Like you don't get your gloves in the cage. Sometimes you just decide that it's done.
Yeah, Dana White can suck my dick. I will pay to watch Lozon fight until he's 82. I'll tell you right now, I hope to God he starts doing ADCC and shit. Like, woo, Joe Lozon on the ground's a motherfucker.
Yeah. And listen, people will watch Joe Lozon. So if Dana White does decide to let him go, don't think that Bellator won't snatch him up in the New York Minute, and don't think y'all won't be tuning in the Zone or wherever the fuck Bellator shows their shit at to watch Joe fight over there. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Speaking of it fucking being what it is, let's get to this goddamn Chris Weidman fight.
Oh, real quick. Sorry. Macy Barber gets her win. And I can't fucking stop laughing about Paige Van Zandt literally posted this shit. It was the most, not petty. I get what she's doing, but she put, I'll fight any of these ladies that are in Instagram. Her Instagram post tagged like was 60 some or whatever ridiculous number it was of female fighters, and Macy Bro was the one missing.
Oh, it was damn petty. She
Way
tagged
petty.
every fighter that doesn't have a penis on the UFC roster.
Literally.
And it was damn petty. And I get it. I like it. I enjoy it. Suck it, Macy. Payback's a bitch, right?
Like a motherfucker. But I just laugh my ass out because I'm like, God, Paige. Like, here's the thing. Like, it bugs me that she thinks that, oh, Macy just wants a money fight. Like, you're not a money fight chick. Just relax. You know what I mean? Like, you're a money fighter. Like, if you, like when Paige Van Zandt came out and said, I make more money on Instagram than I do fighting, I'm like, you do know why, right? You do understand why you make more money on Instagram than you do on like fighting, right? Because you're better at one of those, and it's not fighting at all. You're good, but you're not money fight good. Nobody cares enough, I don't think.
Yeah, but you know what's strange about this whole thing? The only reason she's popular on Instagram is because she was a pretty good fighter.
She was solid for a little bit.
To be fair. Like, because, dude, yeah, okay, she's a cute girl. You know how many fucking broads on Instagram make her look like an absolute piece of dog shit?
Plenty.
The only reason she's popular on Instagram is because she's a UFC fighter as well. Like, if she was just fucking Paige from fucking Rhode Island, she'd have fucking 2,000 followers and be showing me her tits in the DMs. You understand me?
Telling you.
Ain't nothing fucking special.
By the way, that did a good job with those. Whatever Doc did that.
No, you know what? By the fucking way.
Oh, here we go.
I liked her better with her fucking little real tits. Ain't fucking those big boat on tits. Bitch, we know that.
Come on.
You know whose fake tits look all right? Joanna's. She had bee stings before.
I can't get past her face, but I get you.
Oh, well, yeah, her face is disgusting. But I'm just saying, she's actually got decent fake tits.
I get you. Yeah, like,
Paige, you had a nice little mouthful before. Don't be fucking with this.
All right, let's see. What the hell is this? Do you see bitch ass Dennis post a video of him tapping Joe and congratulating at the same time? Oh, I didn't see that, but I'm not surprised.
Tapping who?
Fucking, Dylan Dennis tapping Joe Lozon, I guess.
No, I didn't see that.
Ashley goes, so petty. I was proud. All right, dude, everyone's loving this. I love her pettiness. Oh my God. Petty Van Zandt. That's a new name. Oh, that's fucking amazing.
That's amazing.
Paige Van Zandt bought boobs, but you can't buy fighting talent. Look, I'll tell you what. Remember the best thing that anyone ever said about her? Oh boy, so true. Petty Van Zandt looks like a character from Big Mouth of the Pulse. Yeah,
that's hilarious.
She does though.
I actually just watched the 3rd season of that too, which is
dude, I'm only an episode in because I was watching it and then my kids walked in. I'm like, nope. Fuck it. Fuck that. I'm like, no, you're 12. You can't watch this shit right now at all. Although fucking kids got the internet, I'm sure she'll find a way. All right, and then there's only one real money fight for Paige.
Now there's only one real money fight for Paige.
Yeah, that one, Macy. So,
yeah, I mean that's the one's got all the hype behind it right now.
Yeah.
It goes.
Yeah, look, here's a good point. All jokes aside, all of Paige's losses are pretty legit. Her last loss, she fought with a broken arm. 100%. Look, I'm not saying she can't fight. Kairos MMA, what's up, dude? Excuse me. But I'm not saying she can't fight because she can definitely fucking fight. She's been in there. She's actually won a few. That switch kick on what's her name? Beck Rawlings was beautiful. I am saying her personality sucks. That's just my opinion.
You know what?
I can't.
Her personality doesn't bother me that much. She's just like one of those cute broads that's annoying because she's cute and she knows it and she's like popular.
That's why it's annoying.
Like, hey, I'm Paige. I like to fight. But I mean, like, right. To be fair, her losses have been to credible opponents. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't hating on her, do her thing. Shit.
Yeah. Joanna looks like a.
What the fuck is Tim Liskell?
Let me pull up a fucking picture. Hold on. Oh shit! Here it is. He's a baseball player, but hang on. But he's not wrong. I recognize the name because it was funny because I've heard people make fun of this dude before. But let me pull it up. Go ahead. What were you saying?
No, I was just going to let's get into the Weidman fight because I think I might have a contrary opinion to all you cocksuckers out there dragging him through the mud.
Let's see if it pops up. You see it?
Oh shit! Yeah, there's a.
Yeah.
He's got no hair.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's.
I get it. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. Let's switch up. There we go. Go ahead.
Chris Weidman.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? First off, you tell me what you think first, and then I'll go with what I think about this fight.
Whether he should retire?
Yeah.
Okay. Dude comes in like, hey man, this is the best I ever felt. I think the weight cut was easy, whatever, yada yada yada. I'm not worried about the size difference. He should have been fucking worried about the size difference. Should have been worried about the power difference. If you can't take a shot at 185, you damn sure can't take one at 205. You damn sure can't take one at 205. You're not Daniel Cormier cutting to 205 and fighting and moving up to heavyweight and being able to take more shots. You know what I mean? Like I think, for example, head kick, Jon Jones head kick in DC at heavyweight's a little different than head kicking him at 205. You know what I mean? But do I think Weidman should retire after 5 knockout losses? Like his last 5 in a row. I mean, he hasn't lost 5 in a row, but his last 5 losses, all knockouts and TKOs. I think he's at least needs to, like, I have a hard time telling a fighter to retire, but you got to look at it like, dude, what am I trying to do after this shit? Am I trying to be able to walk around and fucking act right? Or am I going to get knocked out again? Yeah, dude, I have a hard time picking it, but if I had to make a choice, I would lean towards the retire. So you can, just be cautious, right? Take care of your health. What do you think?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all. I think all of y'all motherfuckers be jumping the gun with this shit way too fucking soon. Listen. Okay, he knocked out 5 times. Okay. Mm-hmm. First knockout. Luke Rockhold. Let's all revisit that fight. That was a fight that you could say Chris Weidman was winning. He threw the notorious, most worst spinning back kick ever, got taken down and pounded out and TKO'd out right after that. Right?
Yeah, right.
Next is Yoel Romero. Right?
Knee to the head from hell.
From hell. What was that 4th round, 3rd, 4th round, some shit like that? And
something like that.
In a fight that Chris was arguably winning up to that fucking point, at least not being dominated. Right? And not to mention Luke Rockhold and Yoel Romero, also very powerful strikers.
Mm-hmm.
The next TKO loss, Gegard Mousasi, fucking knee, one of the top-ranked fighters. You get the fucking point, guys. Jacare and now Dominic Reyes. All of the losses have come to fucking dynamic strikers. And I'm going to tell you another thing. Fucking not too long ago, he beat Kelvin Gastelum.
Mm-hmm.
And he submitted him.
And he took some shots in that fight, too.
And he took some shots in that fight. And to put that in perspective, not many people take shots from Kelvin Gastelum and live to tell the tale. And to push that even further, the only person who has even really touched Israel Adesanya is Kelvin Gastelum, who gave him all the fuck he can handle. And Chris Weidman beat him not too long ago. So retirement, I think, is goofy. Now, I do think that Chris needs to take a dramatic step down in competition and see exactly where he is at in his career. You know who I would like to see Chris Weidman fight next? What's the fucking prick? Misha Cirkunov.
Really?
That's a fight at 205.
He could win that.
He should win that fight, right? Now, if he gets knocked out or submitted easily by Misha Cirkunov, I think we should revisit this conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, I still don't think he should probably retire, but maybe Bellator is a good move for him at this point. But at this point, he's lost to nothing but elite fighters and competitive fights up until the moment he gets snuffed. This Dominic Reyes fight happened, didn't even happen. He threw a couple leg kicks, boom, he gets thunderstruck. But Dominic Reyes is a massive man who, even Dominic said himself, he's like, they were asking about Chris's chin. He's like, listen, I landed a fucking piston of a left hand right on his finger. What are you going to do?
Right.
I fucking dropped him. That would have dropped anybody. Oh, yeah. There's an argument to be made that that's true. We as fans are such little fucking pussies, Loki. Such keyboard warriors. Fucking, you know what I mean? Like, oh my God. Right. And strap, stand your bitch ass up there and let Dominic Reyes knock the dog shit out of you in the chin.
Yeah. Good luck.
90% of us are, and to be fair, he didn't sleep him. He put him on his butt. Now he did fucking give him the old hammer fest that slept him, but you know what I mean? It ain't like he hit him once and fucking Chris's toes were curled up and he was just fucking snuffed on the floor. Now, again, I think he needs to address his career. I think it's in bad shape. But the fact he should retire, I think, is a little goofy.
Right. It's always difficult to tell a fighter needs to retire. But there's the blatant, the obvious ones like BJ Penn should fucking retire. Shit like that. But this one's not that clear cut yet. I don't know.
Right. BJ Penn is my favorite fighter of all time. And yes, that is a case where it's like, okay, please don't let him fight again. We're not there with Chris Weidman. No. They used to say that shit about JDS after the third Kane fight. JDS is done. He should retire. Well, you shut the fuck up. JDS is fine. Yeah. I mean, his legs all fucked up now or something, but generally speaking, he's fucking fine. Couple knockout wins, and he's fighting for the belt.
Right, exactly. All right, real quick. Cairo says Macy versus Page is a tougher fight than people realize. If I had to bet money, I'm going Page, especially because of her mobility. I think I'm going with that. I don't know. I have to rewatch their fights and shit. But she's been out for a minute, right? No, she just fought in January. Right. Okay. And then Weidman needs to go back to 85. Rocco Musasi Jacare.
I agree. I do agree with that. I think that Weidman just needs to go back to, if he's going to stay at 205. I would like to see him fight Misha Serkinov, but he should probably go back to 185. That's his optimal weight. That's where he does his best work at.
Yeah.
And again, his losses there are the killers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go to 85 and fight somebody who's not necessarily a fucking full-blown killer. Did we get David Branch tested positive, didn't he?
Yeah. He's out for like 2 years.
Cheating motherfucker. Well, somebody like him. Find one of those motherfuckers. Give Chris a guy that he should be able to beat, who's not an absolute killer. A bounce back fight, man. I know we don't have a lot of those in the UFC, but there's got motherfuckers that are ranked 8 or 9.
Oh, do we have? Is he alive? Oh shit, he's here. So earlier, I didn't ignore it. We just kind of moved on. But Jesse put this shit up here. This gem. He goes, "You guys are so lost in the Page Van Zandt talk. I love it." What's up, Jesse?
Well, what's happening, boys?
Chilling, man. All right, real quick, Weidman, retire or no?
No, I think give him another shot. Maybe like between like a 10 or a 15, top 10, 15 guy, and then judge him there. Like if he can't beat one of those guys, then either milk him for one more fight, like give him like a unranked fighter, or just let him loose after that. But I think he's still got another fight in him at 205. Right.
Okay. Fair enough.
Well, I hate you coming onto the show just agreeing with me and shit like that, Jesus. But goddamn right.
Wait, Fred. Do you think it's healthy for him to drop to 185? Because I don't think so. Because at 205, if okay, let's argue. Let me see how you guys feel about this. Okay. I think that the shot that he took that put him down, any other person probably would have been KO'd from that shot, but he was still awake and he was still trying to defend himself. It was those hammer shots that put him away and didn't even make him go all the way out. Like it was like one of those like flash KOs where he got put to sleep and then he woke up after the next hit. So I don't think that his chin is done. I think that he just, has to clean up his defense a little bit there. And it sucks because he used to be really, really good, and he's a really, really good fighter who has the potential to beat a lot of top contenders. Yet he makes these like dumb mistakes all the time that cost him the fight.
You cute cocksuckers. This is the perfect name for this show. The keyboard word. He used to be good. He still is good. God damn it. He's losing to elite killers on planet Earth. What the fuck? And he's arguably winning the fights until the moment that he gets snuffed. Listen.
God. The Tito Ortiz defense? I was winning that fight till I didn't.
I mean, get the fuck out of here with this fucking roster. I'm saying, you got to be careful with Yoel Romero and these fucking, these dangerous strikers. Shit happens.
You're right. It's always a crapshoot. It just sucks because you look at his record now, and what is he? 1-6?
He's 1-5 or 4. Okay, maybe 1-6. I don't know, something like that.
Well, something like that, right? So it's like his record just doesn't look it. And I think I saw somebody, another person on Twitter point out that he's had this skid ever since USADA came into the picture.
Listen. Get the fuck. I hate that.
I'm kidding.
Look, there was a time where Matt Brown lost like 5 fights in a row, and then
after USADA came in,
I mean, get the fuck out of here with all these. And then he went on with a bunch more. Look, Andrei Arlovsky was losing to goddamn it fat shitbirds in Poland, and then all of a sudden he was about to be on the cusp of fighting for a UFC title shot. I am in no way, shape, or form ready to write Chris Weidman off yet. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Nobody should. Nobody should write him off.
Not just yet. I mean, it is what it is. Now, before we get off of this, Dominic Reyes.
Yeah.
I'm interested in what you guys think should happen with him. Because MMA boy, we are very much, what have you done for me lately? One big win. Where you at, Jon Jones? Where you at, Jon? Man, sit the fuck down. That was a cute win. But I do not want to see Jon Jones fight Dominic Reyes. I did not want to see Jon fight Thiago Santos. I sure as fuck didn't want to see Jon fight fucking Anthony Neidhart-Smith. All due respect to those guys, Jon Jones is our goddammit living GOAT. He's fucking Earl Manigault, Michael Jordan, Ali. He's the one. Like it or not, fucking Mexican dick pills aside,
right?
He's the fucking living GOAT, Jack. He should not be fighting guys who have not earned the right to fight him quite. And I know a lot of the Jones haters are probably going to be like, man, fuck that. Fuck Jon Jones. It's fucking true. Jon Jones has the absolute best record, legacy, career in the sport, period. Bar none. Right. Y'all talk about pound for pound. He's it.
Okay, look, and Jesse, take this one for sure. Take this one first. But dude, Jon Jones, don't go up and fight heavyweight, man. I want to hear it. Straight up. Jesse.
No, you know what? Like, it just depends on what you guys want. I get it that you guys want to see Jon Jones at heavyweight. I get it. I do too.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't think there's anybody that's a fan of the sport that doesn't want to see Jon Jones fight at heavyweight. But is that what we're going to get next? I don't think so, man. I think Jon Jones is still hell-bent on retaining that legacy of defending his title so many times and blah, blah, blah. And it's stupid. It's a stupid, thing that he has in his head. But I think that's what he's going to do. And I don't think anybody's going to stop him. So I think you give Dominic Reyes another top 5 contender, maybe the winner or the loser of, isn't Anthony Johnson supposed to fight somebody that I saw or something like that?
Anthony Johnson's coming back, but he's got a lot of steroids to wean off of, so it's going to be a while.
Yeah.
Whoa, steroids. Come on now.
Hey, that's a natural fact, Jack. He ain't even denying that. He was fucking weightlifting weights.
Yeah, hey, he ain't
even denying it, Jack. He was on steroids. Not while in MMA competition, but like he's on the record saying when he was trying to bodybuild, that's how they get down. And there was no problem with that as far as MMA is concerned. Right. But it's going to take him a while to get through that USADA testing pool and do it properly and stuff.
Yeah, it's a 6-month thing. But I think you give Reyes another fight, a top contender, and then you see from there. I think he's one fight away. Like Fred was saying, I think it's a good win over a former champion, Chris Weidman, but it's a guy that's moving up from 185 to 205. So I don't think you got to give him a top contender at 205 before you can put him in there with Jon Jones.
Listen, Daddy Fred is about to do this for y'all right now. I'm about to give y'all the layout for what should happen. Okay.
If it's if it's Jon Jones at heavyweight, you should stop now.
Okay. First off, suck my dick because hey, have you even seen Jon's Twitter feed lately? You do realize he is dropping massive hints about going to heavyweight. He has literally said that a fight between him and Francis Ngannou is inevitable. Now, maybe he's trolling. But on Twitter, he seems very like he literally was saying about the Dominic Reyes fight. I don't want this fight because it doesn't do nothing for me. I didn't really want the 2 fights before that. I want a big fight. He's saying this. He is saying this on Twitter. Now, if he's trolling, that's one thing. But if he means it, he hears us and he knows that the only way he's going to get a fight that matters is at heavyweight. So I'll expand on my point. He knows that. That motherfucker's going to heavyweight. For all of me, Jon Jones' next fight will be at heavyweight. We did the light heavyweight defend against whoever twice. And guess what? A, it probably didn't do that good of numbers, not what Jon Jones' name should be attached to. And B, he fucked around and almost lost that Thiago Santos fight. Jon has smart people around him. If he's going to lose, it needn't be to one of those type characters. That's not good for his career. If he goes up and loses to Francis Ngannou, yeah, a loss is a loss. That's a lot easier to explain than a loss to motherfucking Anthony Smith. So
right.
I think he goes to heavyweight, and I tell you what I think they ought to do with light heavyweight. Light heavyweight used to be the marquee division of this sport.
Right.
Chuck Liddell, Blase, Tito Ortiz, right? It is a fucking cesspool of horseshit now, mainly due to how good Jon Jones is. For all of me, I say send Jon to heavyweight with the intention of him getting that belt. Yep. Give him a fight against an absolute top contender, either Francis Ngannou or the light, and then give him the winner of DC Stipe if he wins. And in the meantime, do a tournament at 205.
Yeah.
See what we got shaking and baking there. You got Johnny Walker there. You got Dominic Reyes there. I know Luke and Chris got snuffed, but hey, Bellator's being relatively successful with their tournament idea. Right. Take the 8 best lightweights. Give Luke and fucking Chris their opportunity. Matter of fact, let those two cocksuckers fight each other at 205.
That'd be legit.
Make the bracket. Give everybody a shot and say, look, Big Daddy John will be back to 205 in a year or two. You chumps fight this out and give me somebody to be excited about. God forbid John keeps winning at heavyweight. It's even bigger when he finally comes back to 205 because right now I don't give a fuck about any fight. And that should not be the case with somebody like Jon Jones. Short of Habib or Conor, that's it. John is our biggest draw, even pay-per-view wise, man. He does numbers when paired with the right guy.
Yeah.
My God.
It's all right. We've been on this for a long ass time.
yeah. Real quick. Hurry. Though. Fred, you got to admit that everything you just said is everything that Dana White has said that they will never do. They won't do tournaments. They're not going to force a fighter to move up that's making them money in a division that sucks. So your fantasy?
Cue the scene with Dana White saying, women will never fight in the UFC.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. It could happen. But you know what? I mean, you're that guy that's still like standing for Trump right now. Like, no, he's still doing a good job, guys. Hey, watch him. Give him 4 more years. He's going to do it.
Easy with the fucking Trump comparisons. You're getting a little wild, my guy.
Nah. You're the one that's over here like, well, have you seen Jon Jones on Twitter? I mean, he's hinting at heavyweight. Oh, because Jon Jones ain't no troll on Twitter. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's move on. Let's move on before we all get mad here.
I don't want to hear it. You've picked up against plenty of Mexicans. I can't trust you. Okay.
I'm just saying.
All right, real quick. Let me just catch up in the comments. MMA guys didn't like what he did to Anderson. Talk about Weidman, so he got that back. How dare you hurt the GOAT, MMA gods? Here's a good one. Ashley says, great point about Weidman and his past losses. I feel like the Reyes KO is the first one that didn't feel like an unlucky game of inches. That is actually
true.
I definitely agree with that. What else?
He actually lost that one. Period.
Oh my God! Here you go, Brando. Take it away, bro. Jesus is finally done cleaning up murder scenes like in John Wick to finally join us.
I can't confirm nor deny such a thing.
This guy, I swear, when I find a bag of just gold coins in Jesse's van, and like blood stains under the carpet. All right.
Nah, the worst is one day you're just gonna see a picture of myself on like the news or something, looking for this man, multiple murders or some crap like that. Like,
Right. All right. Wow. So that's UFC Boston right there. Let's talk. What else do you guys want to throw? I know we got to talk about Singapore this weekend. By the way, early ass fucking card.
Listen, early. We can talk about Singapore relatively easy, right? Most of the cards a bit of a miss. It's coming on at fucking 2 a.m.
Right. So let's talk a couple things here before we go over that card. We already talked about Jose Aldo moving down. That's kind of ridiculous too. But with the let me pull it up here. Oh, here it is. So Conor's going to have this, like Conor McGregor, obviously. He's going to have this fucking presser tomorrow in Moscow.
God.
I know. But all I could think of is, well, you don't have a fight. You can do whatever you want and call somebody out if you want.
He's got a fight.
Is this just a promotional thing talking about your fucking whiskey in Russia?
He's got a fight.
Are we not sure that this is a press conference to get ahead of the accusations that are going to come out, especially seeing as how especially seeing as how I think I saw it reported that he offered a lot of money to one of the victims. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The alleged accused person offered a lot of money to the victim, and the victim told him to shove it.
That means there might be some smoke behind the shit, or it wasn't enough money. Who knows? But let's talk about that then. Fuck it. We're going to go with that. Nothing, by the way, is confirmed because Irish law does not allow you to release a name, at least as far as the media goes, or to the media, until there's a conviction. Even when he's convicted, we'll get confirmation of this shit. Until then, it's all alleged, right? But to me, these allegations are the reason he hasn't had a fight yet.
Fred, do you think that this is sorry, Eddie? Do you think that this is the reason why Dana White has started the whole? Well, Conor's not the man anymore. It's now Khabib. Do you think that this is why Dana White is now painting the picture, and he's trying to get ahead of like, well, you guys were boys and all this stuff, and he's going to point to, well, look, he's not the man no more. He ain't making us money. He hasn't fought, so we're not in the Conor business no more. Is going to be his next quote.
No, I don't, man. Honestly, I don't. I think real talk. I think people really overestimate how much thought Dana puts into some of this shit, because I think Dana's been at this long enough to realize he can't control it, man. This isn't the WWE. Like, y'all be acting like Dana's like, oh my God, Conor lost. The UFC's going to implode. Like, you think that he didn't know that this was possible? Y'all think that when they let that motherfucker go box Floyd Mayweather, that Dana didn't legitimately think this might be the last time we see this kid? He knows this shit, dog. Like, he knew that. He's saying that because it's the fucking truth.
But do you think that this is like them trying to distance themselves in case where all this smoke is coming from, it becomes just a barn fire and they have to cut ties with Conor McGregor? And this is just Dana White trying to be like, trying to wash his hands of the situation, be like, well, we're just business partners. We ain't friends. He's going to do the old Stitch thing. Well, we were never friends. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't. I know what you're saying, but no, I don't. I don't think that. First off, I don't think that any of this is going to happen with Conor. I'm not saying whether I think he did or not. I'm just saying I don't think he's going to jail for it. I don't think that any of these sexual allegations are going to stick in any way, shape, or form. The smack that he threw the old dude in the bar apparently got paid for. I think he is going to announce his fight. I think before he comes back off of this little tour, he's going to announce the fact that he's fighting Justin Gaethje.
God, I hope so.
I think that's what he's going to do. I could be wrong, but I think that's what's going to happen. I think they end up doing the Ferguson versus Khabib fight, and it is what it is. I don't think it's as complicated as everybody thinks, or as people delve so much into Conor, and it's like, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm underestimating him. Maybe he is about to go to prison for rape, or something like that. But I just don't get that impression necessarily. It doesn't. I feel like he's about to announce the fact that he's about to be fighting. Like, did y'all see any of the shit that he did today? I mean, I know it's so easy to hate Conor these days, but did anybody watch any of the interviews that he did while he was in Russia today?
No, all I saw was he was like talking about. Oh, I didn't see it. I read a headline and I fucked up and Googled it, and then I read more what he's saying. He was like, he's basically saying he's the one that he's the reason there's a BMF title, and now he wants to fight the winner of Masvidal Nate. I bet you fucking do, bro. I bet you fucking do.
All due respect, Eddie, and you used to go to school for journalism, right?
Yeah.
Don't fucking do that no more. No. Like, he did say that.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
It was a 13-minute video, and I'm telling you, if you go back and watch that video, he's giving Khabib praises.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the old Conor. He's saying all the right shit. He's saying, listen, I need to be more consistent. I need to be fighting more.
Right.
When I went on that run and I beat Eddie Alvarez, I was fighting every 3 or 4 months, and that's when you're at your best. Like, he was saying shit that, like, I don't know if he's going to do it per se, but it seems like he's got his head screwed on. Like, I mean, what are you going to do?
Man,
it seems
Fred.
like someone told him, hey, say the right things, which is right. Like, look, if this is
him being saying that back in the day, like, this was
no. I remember. No, this is back in the day. Like, he would still. It was look. The fucking psycho shit, like dumbass delusional shit, didn't really come through until he was about to fight Khabib.
Or Floyd.
Honestly. Or Floyd. But no, you're right. No, Floyd. It was Floyd.
That's when it got wild.
that's when he got stupid. Like, he got stupid with what she was saying, to the point where, like, what the fuck? What? Like, even before he fought Nate the first time, he was like, man, I've been waiting to fight a Diaz forever. And I finally got one. Mm-hmm. He was excited. He was giving him props and shit, and then talking shit back and forth. But now, like, this seems like a nice little welcome reversal, right? To where who he used to be. I don't know if it means he's got his head on straight. He's got a little bit, he's got those allegations he fucking should, needs to be dealing with. But Jesse, what were you gonna say? Go ahead.
No, Fred, you sound like one of those girlfriends that's been beaten by her boyfriend. You sent him to jail. Now he's coming back, and she's like, no. He's saying the right things. You should see him. He's in therapy. He's taking medications. He ain't never gonna hit me again.
He's walking puppies.
Yeah. Look. I understand what you're saying, Fred. You gotta make that money. You gotta cash that Conor McGregor check. It's gotta clear. But I don't think that this is a fight announcement. I think this is more of just a promotional thing. I think Eddie's right. I think this is going to be proper 12 or him announcing I'm partnering with some stupid ass, company, and I'm making Conor branded something or the other.
Vodka.
Just because of the fact that the UFC would be involved. I don't think the UFC would let him get away with announcing something without them being there, without Dana White's bald head being there, without the UFC cameras, without any of that stuff, because Endeavor is it Endeavor still?
Yeah.
The Endeavor is a company that knows how to market this thing. They know how to make this a big thing. They're not going to let some dude, just because he makes a lot of money doesn't mean that they're going to let him go out there and do his thing and promote his thing on his own. They're not going to let him do that.
Fair. I think you're right. I think it's a promotion thing. And maybe call out Khabib. I don't know.
I think you're terribly wrong.
Oh, shit.
How many followers does the UFC have on Twitter?
Millions. Let me find out. How many does Conor have?
Find that out.
All right, let me find out UFC. So UFC.
Conor's presence is probably more powerful than the UFC.
Right. So UFC is 7.1 million.
How many has Conor got?
Conor McGregor.
Probably not more.
7.7.
I mean, that's
case closed.
Is it? Is it because let me ask you something.
He literally has more influence than the whole fucking company.
That's the UFC account. That's the UFC account. Now remember, we're talking about Endeavor as a company. Yeah, they have a lot of famous people. They have a lot of famous people that they can say, "Hey, tweet this out. Hey, talk about this on your Instagram, on whatever." You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he failed to realize that this company knows how to market things when they need to market something. Mm-hmm. They're not going to let a dude who's coked up and has accusations, quote unquote, possibly, maybe not, possibly, they're not going to let him go out and just like crap the bed out there and say some stupid stuff without them making sure that he's towing the line and properly announcing something. They're not going to let him do that.
Jesus, are you high on crack? You don't think they would let Conor announce the fact that he's fighting Justin Gaethje? Like, how do you fuck that up? All he's got to do is say, hey, guess what, guys? My next fight will be Justin Gaethje. Goodbye now. Hello, Twitter world. Like, what? Like, I'm not saying, you do realize they can let Conor do this thing, at the end of it, announce he's fighting Justin, then fly his funny Irish ass back to America, and then they start the machine up. Like,
all right, let me ask you this:
have to be mutually exclusive.
Is the UFC promoting this?
No.
Okay, then. Case closed. They have nothing to do with this, so they're not going to let him. They're not going to let him do something when they're trying to build something, Fred. And I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. If this was Conor McGregor after the Floyd fight, I would agree with you. I would definitely agree with you. They would let that guy do it. Now, removed from that fight, now after his loss, this time away, they wouldn't let him do that.
Okay, look, just because we need to move on. We're spending a lot of time on this one. Okay, this is gonna be way too like centrist or whatever you want to call it, but I get it. Probably not gonna announce anything. But if we wake up in the morning and maybe an hour or two before his little presser, UFC, Twitter account goes official, or Brett Okamoto official, Conor McGregor was yada yada yada. Hopefully, fucking Justin Gaethje and not fucking Frankie Edgar. But announced official, whatever. And then Conor comes out like, by the way, what I tell you, motherfuckers? It could be one of those things. right? Mm-hmm. So it's kind of one of those things you got to wait on. But I agree with you. If there isn't a UFC announcement, he's just out there promoting his whiskey, talking shit, just trying to get rile up the support and rile up the media machine. Because anytime that Conor McGregor speaks and says anything, even when there's alleged shit of an Irish sports star, it's him. He gets the fucking media working. So that's all. To me, that's all it's going to be. So until I see some announcement from the UFC in the morning or an hour or two before that presser, it doesn't matter. That's what it is. But,
by the way, I believe he's also charging people for this presser, right? So,
oh boy,
remember when suckers?
Didn't he charge for that other one that Hawani was like moderating or whatever?
Yeah, I believe
That's
so.
So stupid. Anyway, well, I mean, look,
lobbing softballs from like last week. Jesus.
Oh, that dude loves softballs. No, dude, Hawani's all over that dude's jock for any reason. Like these accusations come out, he was like, "Well, maybe he didn't mean it." Like, what the fuck, dude? Fuck you. Anyway, all right. How many prominent Irish sports do you know? So that's what the Irish, what they're saying. A prominent Irish sports star, but there are they got boxers, they got the kid in Bellator, they got soccer players. Shit, lots of football players over there as well. But yeah, we would assume Conor. 100%, I think we would assume Conor. But I heard that there's a popular Irish football star that lots of people thought was the one accused. I think they were hoping. So, Tony, you're about this. Remember the wrestlers like when Conor shot at him, and Diaz with Frankie Edgar and Dominic Cruz and everybody else on the when it was Fox doing the post fight, he was like, "Oh, you're a wrestler now." It's like, "Oh, you're a belt designer now." Like, I like that. That's well done. So let's see what else we got here. Wow, Jesus Christ. Sorry, there's a bunch of ones. Brett even came out on Twitter and tried to squash Conor having a fight announcement. There you go. What? He's charging money for a presser. Yep. By the way,
I believe so.
Right.
I believe so.
And you're probably right, honestly.
Fuck up, Brett. Of course he did. Goddamn. Brett's more thirsty than Arrow used to be 4 years ago to announce a fight. We get it, Brett. Scope. Shut the fuck up.
Well, think about it. Think about it, Fred. He's now literally the voice of Dana White. So anytime Dana White needs to announce something, he goes, "Here, Brett Okamoto, take this." It used to be Ariel, not no more.
If I'm Conor, sit down, Brett. How many Twitter followers you got, Brett? Yeah, sit down. You and it. I'll announce my own goddamn fight on my platform, which is fucking quadruple yours.
How mad do you think Ariel will be if that happens and him not get the exclusive?
Yeah, pretty pissed.
Oh, Ariel gets mad every time. When Brett Okamoto first, and we're fucking going off some stupid shit. But you guys know my incredible dislike for the nose. But Brett Okamoto started breaking fights. You could see the saltiness on Ariel. He was pissed. So fuck him. Anyway, Unbroken says, "I thought this podcast was about fighters." Here's a good one. Conor be looking soft as fuck. I almost want to do like a weekend, like a fuck Conor podcast, and just see how many haters come on. And I just want to see the chaos in the comments, dude. I tweet anything about Conor, anything positive or negative, and holy shit! But if I tweet anything that even comes off as a little bit like criticizing Conor, holy shit! I've gotten DMs from people getting pissed at me, and I'll post them, but I help their identity because I don't want to get them all fucked up. But it's fucking hilarious.
But you know what, Eddie, I got to give Fred a little bit of credit here. If and when, I'll say it like that. If and when Conor McGregor jumps back into the octagon and fights again, it's still a big deal. And people saying he looks soft, people saying he's lost it. Okay, go fly to Ireland, get in the gym, and do a little smoker with him, and watch if he doesn't knock you out. Look, I think everybody needs to respect the fact that he did what he did and got to the position that he got to. I think we're all pissed at the fact that instead of doing what he's supposed to be doing, making that money and being in the UFC and being as dominant as we all think he should be, he's dicking around and doing other things and just, making a fool of himself by talking and doing these other things and getting himself in trouble. Just stick to fighting.
Which, to be fair, makes you all sound like envious cunts. Hey, man, what are you doing? Spending your $90 million with your wife and your kids? What a bitch. Why don't you come back and fight, man, for me? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I would never fight again if I was Conor McGregor. Shit.
100%. So that's the other thing is I really don't.
Like that dude
care.
don't owe us nothing for all the shit that everybody talks about. That dude, he could disappear and never fight again. For real. What the fuck?
He should, honestly, he should. And the other thing too is the what's it called? The fucking. He's talking about doing a December like charity boxing match too. So that might be the other thing.
Yeah, listen, I don't know about that. Now that I don't know about.
No, that's what I've read.
I don't think the UFC is going to be on that one.
Look, he is trying to clean up his image. I think there was a thing where he paid or matched a donation to some kid with some disease that they, I guess, some company sold like some of his trunks or something, and then he matched the donation to some kid.
They're all doing that. Dylan Dennis is the new fucking bully helper.
Yeah,
they're cleaning it up all over there. They're turning the old fucking what's that called in wrestling where they fucking switch it around on you.
In wrestling, not heel. Heel's bad, right?
It's the opposite of turning the heel.
Someone tell me in the comment section.
Face.
What is it?
Face. Turning face.
Why is it saying turning face? Why is it face? Why isn't something like turning good or nice?
When I'm eating it brought out.
No, real quick. Do you know why they call it face? Because I don't.
Nah, ask Ashley if she's on comment.
Okay, yeah, Ashley, if you know why they call it face, let me know because that sounds dumb. Like it should be like he's a good guy now. Like.
Oh yeah, because he's a good guy.
I'm just saying, like I don't know what kayfabe means, but I've seen it everywhere. I don't know what fucking I know what shoot and a work is now. I think so. I know that, right?
All right, let's talk about the goddamn Singapore card before we fucking.
Yeah, we'll talk about it right now.
I was gonna say don't go down this rabbit hole, dude, because I think all the wrestling people are gonna just come at you.
At that point, we just need to bring Ashley on to fuck it, so she knows way more than I do about this shit. So, all right. And actually, she says if you post something positive about Conor haters or about Conor, haters lose their minds. If you say something negative, then the fanboys lose their minds. You can't win talking about Conor. 100% true. And then somebody else said that Khabib fans are worse. Yeah, ELC says Khabib fans are worse. They swarm you. They really fucking do now. But babyface. Okay, good guys are babyface shortened to face. Got it. Okay. I'll take a deep breath and think. Do I really want to post this about Conor? Serious backlash. At this point, I do it on purpose. I'm like, you know what? Fuck you guys. Let's just whatever.
Am I an outsider of like MMA Twitter? Like,
Lucky
nobody be talking shit to me at all. Really, like I'd be riding Conor's dick. And I'll get a random thing here and there, but like people, I don't.
You know why it is?
Like
I have Nate Diaz all over my Twitter account. That's fucking why.
Motherfuckers don't for me like that. Like I welcome that shit. I'd be so bored in the morning when I'd be on Twitter. I'd be smoking in the morning, like 6 in the morning.
If I change this picture right here to Khabib, it get worse. I'm telling you right now.
Jesus.
Anyway, ELC beat me to it. Says Ashley. Yeah, there you go. All right, last one before we move on to this weekend's card. I rag on Conor and post memes about him all the time because it's funny, but it's only people with no Avi and 3 followers that reply dumb shit. I just ignore him. 100%.
Yeah, I do get them random shits.
Yeah, no, I get that shit. Like those fucking eggheads and shit. That's the one. The one dude that sent me this shit last time, I forgot what the fuck he said, but I posted it on Twitter.
Baby face is the opposite of a hill. So
yeah.
So Dylan and Conor are pulling a baby face on us.
Yeah, there you go.
Still the baby face. I'm here for it.
There you go. All right, folks.
But respect that Dylan Dennis is even doing that. I mean, flew the kid out, give him some listens.
Yeah, look, if he really did it overall, because you guys watched the video that kicked in his ass beat. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Like, first of all, everyone in that fucking video needs to get their ass beat, but whoever was holding the camera should get their ass beat twice. Okay, because fuck that. Yeah. Like I've seen street fights between grown ass men, fair enough, but I've been driving through like neighborhoods and shit trying to get to where I'm going through, and I've seen kids fighting on the street, and I will stop and be like, "Hey, cut that shit the fuck out! Y'all too young for that."
I hate seeing somebody that does not want to fight being beaten up.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can always tell when somebody doesn't want it, and when they're clearly like scared and you punch them. That is the biggest pussy move in the fucking world. I mean, I hate that. So yeah, man. Shout out to Dylan Dennis. He's a bit of a fucking cunt himself, but if he actually did that, that's a solid ass thing, and you got to give credit where.
Yeah. Other than that nice shit he's doing, fucking for pulling out ADCC because Ryan was gonna fuck him up. Gordon Ryan was gonna fuck you up, bro. Anyway, all right, and he did. Gordon Ryan won double gold and absolute in his division with a broken hand. All right, goddamn. All right. Moving on. This weekend, UFC Singapore. Look, folks, I'm not gonna bullshit you. It's 2:30 a.m. starting prelims in the West Coast, which is 5:30 a.m. for you East Coasters, right? But it's gonna be hard for me to get up for that one. I'm literally gonna wake up in time to catch the co and the main. But on the prelims, not an awful card, to be honest with you. Names like Enrique Barzola, who fucking throws bombs. He's down to fight against Mozart Evloev. Then Randon Marcos and Ashley Yoder are the feature prelim. That's not a bad looking fight right there. And then kicking off the main card, Muslim Salikov against Laureano Staropoli. So Cyril Gain, who's a 4-0 heavyweight, and they're putting him on the main card. Okay. Against Dontel Mays. Frank Camacho against Benil Dariush. Dariush, I actually enjoy watching him. Yeah. Co-main event, Michael Johnson against Stevie Ray. I am there for that one. And then Damian Maia against Ben Askren. I just want to see, like, what the reaction is to the fight. I'm not really worried about the fight itself. I want to see the reaction to the Maia Askren fight. But let's go with the co-main real quick. Stevie Ray, Michael Johnson. Not really a lot on the line for these guys unless they get like some kind of like big ass like crazy finish.
You don't think so? I think a lot on the line for Michael Johnson.
Oh, his roster spot, but I mean, like, they're not getting a title shot off of this shit. And Michael Johnson's been on the edge of getting kicked the fuck out for a while now.
Yeah, poor guy. I mean, I think he really desperately needs this win, but he also needs to look good. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I think he's one of those guys that kind of seems like he's squandered his talent and just never got to achieve what we all thought he could achieve. I mean, he has the sole win over Tony Ferguson, right? Like he's the sole guy to beat Tony Ferguson. Mm-hmm. So I mean, we know that he specifically has the ability to beat some of these guys, yet he just can't put it all together. So it just seems like a do or die for him in this situation.
Yeah, I totally agree, man. He's one of those guys that's got all the talent in the fucking world, man. But just somehow loses the fights that he's supposed to win, and then kind of wins the ones you wouldn't think he would win. I don't know. It definitely fucking needs a big win here to stay relevant. I mean, he's not gonna get a title shot for sure, but if he ever wants to even sniff a fucking title shot or anything like that, he needs a big win to prove that he's still that guy.
Real quick, Unbroken says Cyril Gain is a dude to check out with heavyweight being shallow. Yeah, look, you're 4-0, huh?
I would imagine so. Being 4-0 on the main card, there must be something.
Exactly. Like whenever I see a dude with that kind of record on the main card, even on a fight night, I'm okay. All right, you got to watch this dude. There's a reason. Someone scouted him. He's gonna be, yeah. All right, and then King of Kung Fu and Gain's fight. I want to see. Gain was sparring partners with Francis Ngannou. Oh, damn. Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna. Thanks a lot, dude. And I'm gonna have to fucking wake up earlier because I want to see this douchebag. I'm just gonna catch it on YouTube. I'm sorry. There's no way I'm getting up that early.
I was gonna say, you can't just record it and watch it later, right?
No, dude,
you have to wake up at that time.
I'm just gonna YouTube it. It's all good.
Bypass, right?
Huh? Bypass? No. This is one's on. Fuck me, I lost the goddamn ESPN Plus.
ESPN Plus, my bad.
Yeah. It's a fully ESPN Plus card, so you can always go back and watch it.
Right, okay. That's what I meant.
And then he's out of France, but he's a real kickboxer. That's gonna be fun to watch.
Okay, bet, all
right. I am going. Oh, I don't know if you guys picked it, but I'm actually going with Michael Johnson here with everything on the line. So I'm taking this one
for sure too. Same.
There you go, Jesse.
Stevie Ray.
Fair enough. All right. And the main event, of course, Damian Maia against Ben Askren. The question is like, is it gonna be a grappling fight, or is it gonna like cancel each other out and they're gonna be standing up the whole time? What do you think, Fred?
I tell you what, I watched. I think it was Dylan Dennis on the Noses show, and I hate to give that little fucking prick so much credit on the program tonight, but I thought Dylan Dennis's breakdown of this fight was pretty fucking accurate. He says, "Listen, Damian Maia is a way better kickboxer than Ben Askren. Ben Askren is not going to hold Damian Maia down for 5 rounds. He is going to be forced to kickbox. He might get the takedown, but he's not going to hold. Like, you know what I'm saying? If Ben Askren could have taken Jorge Masvidal down, Jorge probably would have been fucked.
Oh, yeah.
Damian would not be fucked. Now, I'm not saying that Damian will submit Ben Askren, and that's what Dylan was saying. Dylan was saying, if Ben takes him down, Damian will eventually submit him. I don't know if that'll be the case, but I do think that Damian will at least be able to use his jiu-jitsu enough to get back to his feet, where I think he's got a pretty decent advantage over Ben Askren. So going into that, I was kind of like, man, I was really torn on the fight. And actually, I was kind of leaning towards Ben doing what Ben does. But hearing that, I kind of think that might be the way this fight goes. I think Damian Maia has the grappling tools to make it a kickboxing match in which he has a noted advantage. So I think Damian Maia, I don't think it's going to be an extremely exciting fight, but I think Damian Maia ends up winning a sloppy kickboxing match.
Okay. Jesse?
I think Ben Askren wins this with the wrestling. I just don't think Damian Maia has that level of wrestling. It's improved, but I just don't see how Maia can beat Askren, seeing as how he had trouble with what was it? The champion at 170, Kamal Usman.
Damian?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
he had trouble with him. Although, wait. He did have help. He did have help from the referee, giving him that position when he had his back against the cage, and he got that separation.
That's a good point. So sorry to cut you off, Jesus, but you're right about that. Actually, he also Colby Covington did the same thing to Damian, I think, too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you cocksuckers might make me go back on my pick, but I'm sticking with it, Damian Maia.
Right.
No, yeah, and I think you're right, Fred. I think if Damian Maia is smart, and we've talked about this a long time, he should know that his wrestling game is what needs to be improved. It's not his jiu-jitsu, his striking. It's usable, but it doesn't need to be improved. But yeah,
I gotta put that up.
but I think Ben Askren has worse kickboxing than Jake Shields. But anyway, I just don't think that Maia has learned his lesson. I think he's going to try to stick to his basics and try to jiu-jitsu this, and I think he's going to get out wrestled and out grappled.
Yeah, look, man.
How dare you?
I'm taking Damian Maia submission.
Hey, BJJ in the house, bitches.
I seriously, like, man, I've never said that I'm not gonna take sides. If you give me jiu-jitsu versus wrestling, look, I love wrestling. I've actually gotten a little better as I train, right? Because I train. My main training partner is one of my best friends, and he's like a wrestler from high school, and he's fucking good. And so I train with him, and I constantly get wrestle fucked, and then to the point where I'm picking up like little tidbits here and there. So now I'm like decent at best, but I'm gonna go Damian Maia. The human backpack, dude. I'm gonna enjoy that. I'm gonna enjoy the fight. A lot of people are gonna be like tuning out after the Michael Johnson Steve Ray fight, but I'm definitely gonna enjoy it. Pretty slim card to stay up for or all night for, playing it by ear Friday. I'm with you. And then I got a fucking early ass volleyball game on Saturday. Fuck all that. When you gotta, Fred knows the deal. When you gotta get up early as shit, take your kids somewhere.
Well, I'm just gonna watch this shit later.
Yeah.
I'm actually watching Joe Rogan in Detroit on Friday.
Are you driving to Detroit?
Yeah. So
there you go.
I will not be watching that card live. I'll watch it later on Saturday night. Might even do a fight companion with Kyle. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see what's happening.
Yeah.
Later on.
Well, yeah, you just fight companion on the replay. But fuck, I just forgot. Oh no, Phoenix constantly gets Joe Rogan every year, so he's coming here in December. I got tickets to that shit, so I'm pumped.
Nice.
I want to see him, and I like to see Bill Burr live. Bill Burr live is fucking amazing. That dude's hilarious. And then the Andrew Schultz guy, you ever seen that? Andrew Schultz?
Oh yeah.
Dude, he's so fucking funny.
The Brilliant Idiots podcast with Charlotte.
Yeah. He's so goddamn funny. Holy shit.
Hey Eddie, Tony Hectic. I think Hectic his comment. Best comment ever.
Dude, yes. Imagine he comes out like that.
Yeah.
That was fucking neat. Oh.
And you know what? Like I've heard that mentioned on Twitter. Real talk. It's not the worst idea in the world. Like, what's the worst thing that happens? You miss it and he takes you down. Big whoop. You're the BJJ guy. That's probably where you end up anyways. Like, let's get to it. Grab guard and let's go. Like, not the worst idea in the world, to be fair.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Hey, MMA guys is worth a shot.
Real talk.
Jiu-jitsu guys have a tough time taking wrestlers down most times. Agreed. Because if you're mainly a jiu-jitsu player, you're off your back. You're solid.
See, here's the thing, though. I think that it'll be very interesting to see how Maia comes into this fight. I think that if he just tries to imagine if Maia tries to implement a sprawl and brawl, could he do that to Ben Askren? Yeah. Is his wrestling that good if he just utilize, like, I don't want to pull guard, like, all I want to do is make sure I stay on my feet so I can pepper you up with these things. You know what I'm saying? Like he might be able to do that if he sticks to that game plan hardcore.
If you guys remember, wait. If you guys remember, Maya fell in love with his hands for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, he can remember, but I mean, he fell in love with his hands to the point where he almost abandoned the ground game for most of his fights, and that's what got him, beat. But then he started going back to the jiu-jitsu game, and started winning. So I'm with you. I like that idea. Sprawl and brawl is not a bad idea.
A game plan implemented. Yeah, I think that all real talk. If you had one of my kids hanging over a mountain, I'm probably with fucking Jesus, and I think Ben Askren probably does win. But Maya definitely has the tools to win. He just has to fight this fight very specifically with the right game plan.
And the thing is that I hope nobody is forgetting that Maya does have hands. He has enough hands to have made Tyron Woodley not want to just engage with him and throw hands. Like he has enough of a boxing background to make a guy like Tyron Woodley think twice about just going in there and slugging it out with him. So you got to take that into consideration as well.
And he does not get slept very easy. He bangs with folks. Like fucking dude does not get knocked down very easy. A very tough guy, actually. A lot of jiu-jitsu guys aren't necessarily all that tough. Damian Maya is a tough motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
He's the guy that was in the gang police in Brazil, right?
No. That was Paulo Thiago.
Yeah,
Paulo Thiago. I was like,
no, Damian.
One of those guys is like total badass. Like, yeah, in a fight, I don't think it really matters to him if that's his day job,
Oh, yeah.
Here's a fun one. This is random. Welcome to the show. I don't know how to read your name. I'm sorry. Sergey Crusher Kovalev highlights, please. Like posted twice on here. Okay, I mean Sergey Kovalev. I'm not mistaken. Is a boxer, and he is fighting. He's fighting Canelo.
Yeah. That's what I thought. That's
right.
That's a big fight because Canelo's moving up. If I'm not, this is an MMA podcast, but we do fuck with boxing.
Right.
If I'm not mistaken, that's a big fight because Canelo's moving up a considerable amount, and Kovalev is a bad motherfucker. I'm not that privy in boxing, but they're saying that this is like the first fight in a long time that Canelo. Well, I guess not a long time. He fought Triple G too, but I guess like he could for real lose this fight. It's a good fight.
All due respect to Sergey Kovalev, but Canelo's gonna win that shit by knockout.
Okay,
knockout. Right. Look, hey man,
ginger Mexican. I hear you.
From my hometown and everything, dog. I'm all in. All right, I'm saying.
Y'all Mexicans are wild looking creatures, though. I would never guess that Canelo's a Mexican. That motherfucker is like an Irish and goddamn an Italian from motherfucking New York.
My favorite,
dude, that's like
nobody, like people didn't know him, thought he was white, right? And then when Nate beat Connor, he was hanging out, he's doing working out, whatever. Someone gave him a Diaz shirt, and he puts it on. And he goes, "I'm not surprised, motherfucker."
When he first fought Floyd years ago, I thought he was like when I was watching that fight, I thought it was a white dude. Like, nice Mexican. I'm like,
but the name gave it away to me because Canelo. If you're of that complexion with the pepper and all that on your face and freckles and all that, in Mexico they'll call you Canelo. It's a nickname, but for him, it's stuck, and this is kind of his name. So, Canelo's moving up two classes in weight to fight him.
There you go.
Yeah. Hey, there you go. And it's a Canelo, win or lose, bad motherfucker. Sorry, Jesse, you can say something?
No doubt.
Jesse?
Hey.
Jesse? You there?
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, what was that? Hey.
That was. That's when you like. You change your voice for other people.
Yeah.
Like the cops just walked up on Jesse. That was a police. Hey, no, I'm not doing anything weird right here, officer.
Yo,
nobody's wife.
I've been joking around for a very long fucking time. I've been joking around about Jesse getting taken down during the fucking show. Like a lot of time, like a lot. I don't know what the fuck just happened.
That's his voice changed up real quick, like his mom came to that window. Hey,
right,
Mom.
Exactly. It's like when you're like hanging with your friends, like, "Hey, motherfucker, my motherfucker, hey, mom."
Yeah, change that tone real quick, Jack.
Yeah. ALC goes, "God, I hope that was the cops, not his killer." No, we have a system in place there, ALC. If he gets in some shit, he hits the camera on button immediately. So one, we get it on video for views, but also because we have to go show up to his fucking trial, we got evidence.
Yes.
But anyway, here we go. Cops for sure, but here's my favorite. Rip Jesus. Oh no. Oh shit. Anyway, nah, he probably got a phone call, and that's what it was. We'll see. Or he won't. We're almost done. But
true. Yeah, we wrapped it up. What else do we got?
That's it, dude. Like that's the whole Singapore card. So again, 2:30 a.m. Pacific time. That's 5:30 a.m. Eastern time.
The main card start?
5 a.m. Pacific time. It's 8 o'clock a.m. for you guys. So East Coasters, grab a burrito and a breakfast burrito and a soda and go hang out. For us West Coasters, grab a coffee and your balls because it's fucking early shit. But I'll be up for that co-main main event for sure. And then heading out to watch volleyball. Actually, I'm coaching volleyball this weekend because coach is out, and she said, "Oh, there's Jesse." Yeah, but I'm coaching this weekend because fuck yeah. Wait, hold up, Jesse, you alive?
Yeah. What's up?
You all right? Everyone's worried. Let me show you some of the comments before you answer real quick. Everyone's like, "Hey," because you did that shit, and then it's like, "Oh God, I hope that was the cops and not his killer." Cops for sure. Hold up. Rest in peace, Jesus. Okay, not for gay Jesus. Last words. Hey, tragic race. And then Eddie got the Live League account on standby for that video.
Absolutely.
I go on all the time.
If you have to die, we should at least benefit from it, to be fair.
Yeah. No doubt.
Moscow, got it. Well, Sturdy from Moscow, welcome to the show. Conor McGregor's going to be in your neighborhood, or is in your neighborhood for tomorrow, so enjoy that. But look, Circuit Cool is a bad motherfucker, I'm not going to lie.
Sorry, guys. My daughter grabbed my wife's phone and tried to FaceTime me, so yeah.
See, I told you. You got a call. All right, there you go.
That's why the hey.
Yeah.
It was that voice change. That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
You know, you can tell when something gets serious when you change your tone of voice and shit, like your boss calls you or your granny.
Right.
Your side chick.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey,
You're what? I don't know what that is.
You ever seen
what is that, Fred?
Yeah, that last one, huh?
Yeah.
Jesus was on the side chick, like, hey, no, those don't call me Jack. No.
Okay. You ever seen, you know how like when you go to like sporting events, and I know we're getting a little bit off topic, but this is fun because I just went to the Cardinals game last weekend, and the week before. Was this
just a segue to talk about the Cardinals? Is that what this is?
No, we could do that. We could definitely do that, but no. No, you know how like the camera pans around and gets people in the crowd, do the kiss cam and all that shit. I always joked around because I always see it on the internet when they like coming on two people that aren't supposed to be together at that place, and they do this shit, start blocking their faces and whatnot. I was like, I go, that's not real. It's set up. It fucking happened, and not only did it happen like 3 rows like in front of us. Right, so there's a dude and a chick. They're all hugged up and shit. The camera comes up and they both dove like they just heard a grenade. Just ate it. You know what I mean? And it was like, what the fuck? So then, as soon as the camera turns off, they got up and they left. And I was like, yo, I don't know why they thought that shit goes on like on the television. It doesn't. It's just an in arena thing. But it affirmed. I'm like, that shit does fucking happen. Do not take your side piece to a fucking sports game. Don't do it. Just watch from home.
Wow.
Anyway.
That was a very good look. All the bullshit we've said for the last hour and a half, forget all of it. That little piece of fucking information right there, best bit you guys can get off this whole fucking program.
Oh shit! We try. The more you know.
Speaking of, you're welcome. Does anybody watch Chelsea and shit? I know we gotta get out here. Midnight on the East Coast.
I haven't in a minute, but I normally do, but I haven't in a long time.
Jesus, yay or nay?
Every once in a while, when something catches my eye.
Have you seen any of the new videos where he's got these little songs at the end? These like made up songs. They are fucking hysterical. Like they're like made up little hymns. Like some of them are like country sounding, and some of them are like rap sounding. And I thought fucking Eddie was whipping one up for us or something.
No. Sorry, go ahead.
Nothing. It's just they're hilarious. Go watch one of Chael Sonnen's new videos. He does all these like little new clips or something.
Yeah.
The last like 15, 20 seconds, it's like an original song about like Chael Sonnen and just like how great he is and fucking shit like that. It's fucking it's
I'm looking at it. Hang on.
Amazing.
So you said each little video. Oh, what the fuck? I found the wrong ass fucking.
Any of the new videos that he puts out, usually he's got that shit on there.
Okay, let's see here. Go ahead.
Hey, did real quick before as you're pulling that up, did I miss your guys' conversation about the inhaler thing?
Oh
yeah, go ahead. Well, hold up. You didn't even watch. What do I care? What you say, bitch? Fucking, I'm just kidding. No. What is it?
No. I just wanted to hear what you guys thought about that. I obviously missed it.
Not much. I mean, we were just talking about the fact that the commission supposedly okayed it. Felt like there was a lot of confusion with that. At the end of the day, I think we both just felt like a no contest was valid for it. You know what I mean? Like that's fine. What are you going to do? They're going to explain from the sport, make sure it never happens again. The best thing is he's fighting Volkov in Moscow, so he's going to get snuffed out. We're all happy about that.
Pretty much. All right, here it is. Here's this song.
He's been running these streets for years, and he's still here, and so is fear. Undisputed, never lost a round. Bodies hit the ground when the bad guy comes to town. American gangster, this man will put a hurt on you.
Hey, look, I don't know who that is, but
listen, it's great. It's brilliant.
That's pretty solid.
Tell stepping up his social media game. Luke Thomas better be nervous, Jack.
Right. Okay. The FSB heard Eddie and Fred talk about Snowden, and now we got a spy. Oh, our Russian friend, our new Russian friend.
Listen, good.
Oh, by the way, he says, "How are things? Have us now 6 a.m. in Moscow." All right. Hey, look, man, welcome. Hope you come back next week because we're about to end this shit. But Volkov was deceived, St. Petersburg. Okay. All right. Well, I don't know. Look, man, how about this? Show up next week and we'll talk about it for sure because we got to go. But I'll check out the headlines real quick. Anything else you guys want to talk about before I check the headlines here?
I think we got the most of it. We got all the MMA information done. We just got to wait for the fights to happen.
Right. Marina Rodriguez replaces Claudia Gadelha against Cynthia Calvillo. Gadelha out with a injury, even with an injury.
Okay.
Let's see what else we got. Nothing really that super exciting, to be honest with you guys. Okay. What the fuck? Yeah, the Greg Hardy thing. All right, there's really not a lot of news right now. Tomorrow, believe me, all the clickbait's going to be about Conor McGregor. Just wait for it. All right. Shout out to everyone that hung out with us tonight. There's a million comments, so really appreciate that, by the way. When you guys show up and talk to us and shit, it makes the show way more fun and a lot easier to do because it's just a back and forth. We're an interactive show, folks, so he keeps showing up. So, it's going to make it even better. All right. Unbroken MMA, Tony Hectic, Laura, MMA Gods, as always. Appreciate you tuning in, guys. ELC, QC was here. What else we got here? Ashley, MMA Nerd, she's preparing for her next show. If you guys didn't check out her podcast, make sure you follow her on Twitter and check out her podcast. It's pretty good. And then I'll always send her a question. She likes to send tweets out asking for questions and shit for her show. Definitely send them in because it's actually a really good show. What else we got? Whoever else tuned in, we appreciate. Oh, and our Russian friend, welcome, sir, welcome. And all right, folks, we're out of here. All right, shout out to Represent. Shout out to RepTheWarriors.com, SpicesPros.com. Let me put up our banner here. These are all the things you need to know. Sport 1983, Kirby_MMA at Elaw32. Like I said, RepTheWarriors.com, SpicesPros.com. You guys are shit. We love you. Good night. Good night, Wilshire.